man will have police and soldier for 4 hours. May I tell you? I guess I'm a whole soldier though, you know. As a matter of fact, I hear him get deported from Canada. 2 times. 2 times get deported. What kind of gun them have in that house, so? How much bullet? 4 hours. That sounds like some movie business started. Believe you me. Yeah, it sounds like some movie. Because I don't understand how one man can hold up the Jamaica Constabulary Force for 4 hours. I don't hear what him do yet. I just have some simple little thing him do, you know. Well, not simple, but weird thing him do. And kill people. But the man, him dangerous, Rasta. Him dangerous, man.
Bang.
At school, I take the money and gone. Party and dance and buy a sort of madness. Have the problems again with how people going to school. But I want to say something different now, which is something where affect a whole heap of parents and them children. The school them have to know and understand, say, Jamaica is not a monolithic society anymore as it comes to religion. It's not one religion run Jamaica again. You have so many different religions outside of Christianity. Now, you cannot force students who are not Christians, are not of that persuasion, to go to devotion in the morning. That is not, I think so, I don't sure, but I can find out. It's not legal. It's not legal. I say it's not legal, I don't know. Them can call Vivina, ask them, the ministry, if it's legal, to really put on penalty for student who said them is not Christian, so them don't take part in a Christian devotions. You have Muslim now, you have Rasta, you have Buddhists, you have ones in a school right now where them parents is not Christian and them don't bring up them people that way there. So why should the student be persecuted for not wanting to take part in the devotion every morning them come to school? It's crazy. So I don't know if the ministry have something to say about that. I hear them talk about old dressing, old people them a dress. But me I go beyond the dressing, you know. Me I go talk about devotion. And most school have devotion. And them feel say it's a good way to start the day. When really and truly, them youth there, who are Muslim or Rasta or whatever them is, good at it have them devotion before them left them yard. To protect them from the madness we are going on the road. I don't know what is it or what can be done. The student, the mother and the parents should have write a letter and give the student them and tell the student, if you give the teacher them or the principal to tell them, say, they are not Christians. They don't want to take part in something that is against their religious belief. And I don't know what can happen after that, but we need to hear from the government. We need to hear from the government. And don't feel no way, you know. Them still are persecute the brethren them, or the children them, who come to school with them locks. Them still are do it. Them still are do it. What kind of this government them do have no, I don't want to say balls again, you know, because I know pure man there. But what can be done? What can be done? Because you lock out, pick me out of school, lock them out. What kind of madness is that? You lock out the pick them out of school. So what them for do now? When you lock them out of school, what them for do? Run up and down on the road, I go look them friend, them bad man friend. I go gamble, I go smoke, I go drink. And you lock the gate for the student them. It's madness. It's madness. And we can't keep going through this every school term, every change at school. You hear say something will go wrong as it relates to what they decide as discipline and take disciplinary action against the student them. You lock them out of school, you force them to go have devotion. You know, them thing they, we don't have no legal rights. We're going to take a break and come forward. Break time.
The NHT has boosted...
She used to go to Mount Alvernia in a Montego Bay. Mount Alvernia. And she never come home to me yet and tell me, say, the teacher said she can't come to school with her locks. And she locks when she born. And she got Mount Alvernia, one Roman Catholic school that. Now, my other daughter, she got Woolmers. And I cannot remember her coming home and say, the teacher said she can't go back to school because she have locks. So what is it that is happening now that these teachers and maybe principals take it up on them head now for talk about, I mean, you have to be properly groomed, but you have to define what is properly groomed. You can't tell me, say, somebody here who grow naturally, where his nature grow it or it's supposed to grow. You are telling me, you know, say, it not groom properly. You are telling me, you know, say, because a student is Rasta, and them parents bring them up as Rasta, or Muslim, or the other sector religion where they about. You're going to tell me now, say, you're going to lock them out because them not take no devotion. I see the Prime Minister 7 days and them work on Saturday. I don't understand that. Governor General a 7 days. When them just sit down at them yard and door, lock off them TV, lock them window, and stay in there till Saturday, till Sunday morning, Saturday morning. Who's deciding these things? A mother obviously try them best to make them children go to school decently, following the rules, like, you know, your clothes well put together, your shoes shine and all them something there, you know. And then, yeah, you say you get locked out because your shoes reach your ankle. How do people come from that? So your family abroad bring her shoes for you. And because it little higher, it black, you know, and well shine, and it little higher than the normal shoes. You gonna tell me now, say, the picnic is not properly attired? What the hell is going on in Jamaica? You lock out a student out of school because the shoes where them have on reach them ankle. I don't know if an ankle it reach it up because that's so weird. It's who them people there. Who them people there do them something there. Who them people there do them something there. So where you want the picnic for the now? The mother gone to work, the mother thinks that the picnic there at school. You lock out the picnic not gone to school. The picnic have to find something else to do. On the road, I got them friend here, I got to madness and craziness. More than like them about a little boyfriend on the corner, you know, them going to have sex with and all them something there. What I deal with? What are you dealing with? What is properly dressed? What is groomed? When you say groom, what are you talking about? When somebody here is groomed, properly groomed. Pick their go school. So much why Jamaica, you know, we are go school, a certain uptown school, and them here long. And as Rasta go to school now with them here, you tell them, say, it is not acceptable because it would have junjo and lice and all them something there. And you attack the religion of the student. And now you lock out the student them out of school. I know you're not ball out. Want to the Minister of Education or the Ministry of Education. Them don't know that I go on still. They must know, I know me first bring up that have come up from how long it have come up. And it not solve. It not solve. You buy your shoes, you buy your this, you make sure you pick the properly dressed, go to school and all them way there. And now you tell them, say, you have to lock them out. Because them is not properly attired. So I tell you, you know, say colonialism play a thing pan where we're rough. Yeah, man, colonialism is part of the madness. And now you have some neo-colonialists, Christian-minded, now left that out. Because most of them in the school, if you go to school, you can see them go to church every Sunday. Every Sunday them go to church. And them have to find something for wear every Sunday. Some of them can't wear about the same clothes that them go last week Sunday, you know, because them afraid Sister Agnesha see them and tell them, say, oh my God, you wear about the same clothes that you wear last week? Oh my gosh, man. Eh? What I deal with? Minister of Education, Ministry of Education. You don't hear, you must hear. It's not me the first said. You don't hear, so them a lock out, you put them out of school. What you going to do about it? Anybody who know the Minister of Education and not listen to me, go tell the Minister of Education and say, muta, I raise hell, but how them a lock out, you put them out of school. And I talk about them have to go in a devotion. And them are no Christian. You can't just imagine we are keep all a bingy and a chant bingy. And students come there and we are tell them, say, why them can't come in, lock them out. Student, what kind of craziness is that? We don't see nothing wrong with it, Jamaican. We don't see nothing wrong with that. We don't see nothing wrong with it. It continues over and over and over and over and over. And the government are claiming to them do this, them do that, them do this, them do that. Them don't do nothing more than talk, say them are going to do it. Them don't lay down no law that govern what is supposed to happen. And the law, I bet you any money say the law, say the locking out, picking out of school is not legal. One 15 upstairs, find that out for me, you know. Because me vex. A whole heap of youth, whole heap of mother call me and talk to me. And I say, muta about the Rasta vibes now, but you have to pick the way I know Rasta, you know, them are no Christian. And also, I mean, them come to school looking a certain way, but you have to lock them out. What them for do? Them mother gone to work. Father gone to work. What them for do now? Which part them for go? For till 3 o'clock. I want to find out if it's legal for teachers, for school lock out people out of school because of how them dress. Yeah, me really want. The best thing is to do is let them in and tell them, so tomorrow must come to school proper, Tell them mother say, the teacher said them cannot come back to school looking like that. Them have to do according to the rules of the school. Simple. But you don't lock them out of the school like a yurt school. Them not, you don't lock them out of school, Rasta. A big flaw that in the system. Big flaw. And we don't talk about that, you know. We don't talk about it because I vex me, I get vexed. I'm going to say something on the radio where me get locked out of the station. School in the 60s, you know, 60s, late 60s, you know. In 2019, the principal of the school come to me and say, him have something to surprise me with. And you know what him give me? Him give me the folder with my school records and the button pin on the full school records. This is like from in the 60s. And you talk about 2019. Check how much years that. And it never do nothing to me. Me still did I do what I do. And I never turn out like no reckless idiot because I didn't have a Marcus Garvey button. And now we hear them say, you know, big up Marcus Garvey. Them man, they not about again. But just for show you how certain people stay. A little button. Other button can be worn, you know, but not the red, black, and green button. And Marcus Garvey refused to make them do that in father colors. You understand? And after years after, from the 60s to the 90s, the 20s, me can see now, say, in my house now, me have that school record with the button pin on it. Now, the reason why I say that is, I don't know is where these people come from. These people who have this mindset, them against black, them against anything cultural expression other than Jesus and Christianity. And them have I mean, if it not going in line with Christianity, them knowing it. And them persecute people for it, just like how them used to persecute people in our olden days. It's a terrible thing. Terrible thing.
Closed for several hours this weekend. The closure will be between the roundabout at Ose Marty Technical High School and Michael Manley Drive. It will commence at 6 p.m. on Saturday and remain in effect until 11 p.m. on Sunday. The National Works Agency says the works will see a damaged culvert being removed and replaced. During the closure, motorists are urged to use alternative routes and observe the instructions of flag persons and posted signs. People's National Party President Mark Golding is expected to continue serving as the opposition leader following the September 3 general election. This as 27 of the party's 28 members of parliament elect have signed a letter to the Governor General confirming their support for Mr. Golding to continue in the leadership role. Mr. Golding made the announcement during a press conference this morning. He said one person is overseas and was unable to sign. Mr. Golding also assured that the opposition will hold the government to account. Meantime, the Jamaica Labour Party, which won the election with 35 seats, is holding a press conference this afternoon on matters arising following the conclusion of the general election. In news overseas, the FBI has released images of a person of interest in the fatal shooting of Charlie Kirk in the United States yesterday. It has also offered a $100,000 reward for information on the incident. Kirk, an ally of President Donald Trump, was shot at a university in Utah. Officials say the suspect appears to be of college age and fled into a neighborhood. The killer is still at large, but a high-powered rifle has been found in nearby woods. Earlier, 2 people questioned by police were released. Finally, South Sudan's first vice president, Riek Machar, has been charged with murder, treason, and crimes against humanity in a move that some fear could reignite the country's civil war. Justice Minister Joseph King Atkech said the charges against Machar relate to an attack in March by a militia allegedly linked to the vice president. The roads leading to Machar's house in the capital, Juba, have been blocked by tanks and soldiers. Forces loyal to Machar fought a 5-year civil war against those backing President Salva Kiir until a 2018 peace deal ended the fighting in the world's newest country. Those were the local and international headlines.
Good day, how are you, man? Don't worry yourself. Good day, how are you? Well, I'll go back to this tune now. We will play now. Yeah. Man will have police and soldier for 4 hours. May I tell you? I guess I'm a whole soldier, though, you know. As a matter of fact, I hear him get deported from Canada 2 times. 2 times get deported. What kind of gun them have in that house, so? How much bullet? 4 hours. That sounds like some movie business started. Believe you me. Yeah, it sounds like some movie. Because I understand how one man can hold off the Jamaica Constabulary Force for 4 hours. I don't hear what him do yet. I just hear some simple little thing him do, you know. Well, not simple, but weird thing him do. And kill people. But the man, him dangerous, Rasta. Him dangerous, man. Yeah. Anyway, film life gone. As me I tell you, say, no man who hold gun pan police again. Nah go on a court. I tell you that. No man who hold gun pan police a go on a court. 6'6". I gone, him gone. So I tell the people them that I keep reminding them, you know. Especially the youth them who have gone out there. Them decide, so them not carry no gun to court. Yeah, as that them decide. No courthouse. Right there, so. If you not try a thing, all when you come out and hold up on the hand, you will get killed because they don't shoot out the place already. Yeah, so we just make them know that. Don't challenge the police. Don't challenge the police. You're committing, it's almost like you're committing suicide. Because right now, them in a nothing with no gunman. But them go handcuff and carrying. Carrying where? That done with.
We take delight, pleasure in getting most of our products from Jamaica. On a weekly basis, we get yam, we get banana, we get jackfruit, we get guineps now. We get almost anything that is allowed to come here. And we love the fact that we have roughly about 20 Jamaicans supplying us with goods. But we have been facing some situation where certain people take a deposit and refuse to give the money. Well, most of our people in Jamaica are people who are struggling. So when we buy products from them, we try to work with them by giving them the money up front as a deposit and count on their honesty to be able to get the products to us. To be honest, most of the poor people, them live up to it because we let them know this is Marcus Garvey philosophy, and we send the monies to them on a weekly basis, sometimes $6,000, sometimes $12,000, sometimes $20,000 we send. And
that is US
that
is US.
Yes, US dollars. Every week we're sending that money. We have some larger companies that when we buy Aki, we will pay like $100,000 for a container of Aki. So last year, November, we reached out to a seller of Aki, and he promised us that he has 1,000 cases of Akis in his warehouse. And for me to send him $50,000 US dollars as a deposit. As I said, I was doing business with most of my Jamaican regular people, and they were honest. They get the products to me. On this account now, this man promised me the Aki, and he didn't come true. December come, no Aki. January come, no Aki. It just keep going. February, and he keeps making promises to get the Akis to us. Now we are out $50,000. So some of my board of directors, they're telling us anything we're buying from Jamaica, do not send any deposit to anybody else anymore. But what that does, Muta, it hurts the regular man who doesn't have the money up front.
Hold on. I could go back to this money where you talk about. All right. So why him don't send the thing then? What him say?
Okay. At first, when I contacted him in December, he said the Aki he had in stock, he used them. And then he's going to get them to me in January.
Wow.
He sold them to somebody else.
Okay.
Then by January...
With your deposit for Aki them, him sell the Aki to somebody who... Are your Aki sell then? That you say?
Yeah, most likely the Aki that he promised me. Maybe he promised me and he didn't have it. But all I know, once he promised me, in good faith, I send the money. And but he received it, and he has been making me promises ever since. And it becomes very difficult because now we reach a stage where my company don't want to send any more money in advance.
The good has suffer for the bad now.
Exactly. So we are hoping that if some light is shed on this company, they will at least rethink it and try to do the right thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Wow. And is that the first you do business with him?
We had gotten some Akis from him before, but I don't know. Sometimes some people use some method to draw you in, and once you're in, then they make a move like this.
Okay. And is the person who you buy the Aki from, them tin the Aki for you, or how it work?
Yes, they get the Akis from the farmers and can the Aki. They can the Aki and send it to us. There are just a few companies in Jamaica who have the license to can and export to the USA. That company is one of them.
Okay.
So that company is one of them. I don't know if I can mention the company's name.
No, don't mention it yet. Don't mention it. Well, let me ask you see? Now that you don't get the product and you have your money, you call the police or whatsoever?
Yeah, we call the police, and since May, the police have been dealing with him. And it seemed like not even the police can get him to pay. So I'm looking at all avenues right now. The police said they were going to handle it, but we're still waiting for something to happen.
How long the police are handling it? How long the police are handling it?
I really contacted the police in May, and I even came down to Jamaica and make the report at the police station and sign the report, and I've been waiting on something to happen.
I hear nothing.
Time signal.
Hold on, Mr. Duncan. I could take a time signal or something. A man who take crops from Jamaica to sell in New York on a big scale. It means like the Walmart for Jamaican crops, farming and thing. You go there, you're amazed to know say that they're there. I mean, Jamaican things, everything Jamaican in terms of food. All right. So you say the police don't make no move, what that you say?
No, they told me they contacted him a few times, and when they reach out to him, he promised them about 3 times that he's going to get me the products within 2 weeks. And each time the 2 weeks come and the 2 weeks gone. And sometimes we're calling him and he doesn't answer. Like, for example, the last 2 weeks I've been calling both him and his daughter who manage the company. And they're not even answer the phone. So at this point, I said that, yeah, go ahead.
This are going from December, you say?
From November, we gave him the deposit.
Then you see, I take too long to go do something about it, Virgin. You take too long, man. You have to take more action.
Well, that's how we went to the police, because after he makes some excuse that, in January, February, he said that because of the rain or lack of rain, he didn't have any Akis. But I said to him, if you don't have the Akis, then it's okay. Give me Callaloo, because he can't Callaloo, or give me something else. Or if you don't have the thing, then return my money.
So you like to get Callaloo and Aki, and him have the money?
He hasn't given anything, and he hasn't returned the money. That's why in May, in April we reached out to the police, and in May I came down to Jamaica just to come sign the papers. And every time he promised, in 2 weeks you'll get something. In 2 weeks you'll get something. But there is an abundant amount of Aki. 3-4 weeks ago, he had an article in the Gleaner stating that he's producing 200 cans of Akis every day.
Oh yeah.
So if he's producing the article came out in the Gleaner. I could send you the article. That he's producing 200 cans of Akis every single day. He is producing. But my only way is either the police going to have it or I actually bring it to the media, whether the social media, print media, or the radio, something, and hope that he will just do the right thing, Yeah,
all right. So let me ask you have other people that do things right now, don't you? You don't stop.
No, man. I have some people here, and I have some young people who I buy from, and they count on getting that money from us every single week. So we try to steer with them who we know. But recently I contacted a yam seller to buy a container of yam, and he wanted 25,000 deposit. And we're not really willing to do it because we don't want to take the chance again to lose so much money.
Yeah. That terrible, man. It might make it bad for other people. Very bad. I think you should have get on to it faster than we are doing now, though. Trust me. You need to get on to it faster.
We're really moving. We're really moving. But as I said, we were trying to see if he would really come through, and the promises then he's making. We were just hoping that he would come forward and do it.
Well, obviously you have to take. You can't wait again because if they go back in a year, it's like November, 2 months away. So, it'll go back in a year since it'll go on.
Yeah,
so you need to take some serious move.
That's why we're hoping that people will hear this, and if maybe people who he knows will hear it. He probably is going on like this because he thinks it's a secret and nobody will know. So he has no incentive because he took the money, and the police are trying, but I don't know what else they can do. But I think they need to make
them. Huh? I go to friend them.
Yeah, boy, I don't really know, but I don't really know, but we just don't feel it well because we love Jamaica and we love to do business with Jamaica. And we bring in products from Jamaica every single week. And to be facing this and feeling helpless, I have some people down there who represent me. And when they call him, he doesn't even return the calls.
I'm up to something fishy, man. Near a year, him up to something fishy, Bridging.
So that's what happened. People like them who are doing these things should be exposed, because if they're not exposed, no one will know what they're doing, and they will continue doing it. And we have given him more than enough chance and time.
Yeah. All right.
Yes.
Yeah, all right. Put a lighter side. Oh, the business are go up there. Why the Jamaican them up there gravitate towards where you do buy up the food them, or it go.
Look here, Muta. Jamaican people come here like crazy, and anything Jamaica from Jamaica they buy. Anything that comes in from Jamaica. Each week we get certain products, and sometimes when we get certain products, within 3-4 days, the products are done. We get green banana from Jamaica, we get St. Mary banana, we get jackfruit, we get guineas, we get pear. And when people here we have products coming from Jamaica this morning, by this evening, most of it gone.
Map the place.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
especially the restaurant, the Jamaican restaurant them.
Yes, and the Jamaican restaurants them, they come here and they get their supplies. Them pick up them yam, them pick up them banana, because Jamaican people here, them love them green banana, them Jamaican green banana. And we're able to fly them in. The snacks, them love it when they get Jamaican jackfruit. Jamaican jackfruit tastes different from any other jackfruit out there. So the people them really, really come out. So, but we can't keep this man under the cover like this, and he's gonna continue doing this to people. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's rough. Tell me something. Tariff up on them. Something like how them are coming to America. Tariff up on it.
Yes. So to be honest, recently we have a tariff on the products coming in. So the products are a little bit more expensive right now because the tariff that we have to pay.
Yeah.
But even with the tariff,
no, Jamaica no business about that. Jamaica no business about no tariff.
Yes.
Yeah. And they want ackee and breadfruit and yam and coke and dashing and man, seriously. Brethren, real and truly, you have to get on it faster than what you do, You can't tarry now, because it got into a year. You're going to a year. So, how is the UNIA, man? And Liberia and how that go?
Yeah, well, we have contacts in Africa. We have things set up in Liberia. We have a factory in Liberia that we're going to produce certain things and send here as well.
Like
we
what?
have a farm, Liberty Farm.
Yeah, I know about it.
Okay, say for example, here in New York, we sell a lot of bami. And right now in Jamaica, we can't get one piece of bami right now. Because they're using the cassava to make the beer as well. So we can't get any bami. A couple of weeks ago, I got 30 cases of bami from Jamaica. And the 30 cases went in one day.
Okay.
So what we're going to do, there's a lot of cassava in Liberia.
Yes.
So we are planting cassava there. We have a farm there named Liberty Farm, as Mr. Garvey had spoken about 100 years ago. So we have the Liberty Farm there. We're growing cassava and many other produce, and we're gonna produce bami in Liberia and send them here. So when we can't get them from Jamaica, at least we have an alternative plan for that.
So the
UNIA is going good. And we're doing the work of the Honorable Marcus Garvey.
Give thanks to hear that. Okay, well, we really give thanks to hear your voice. And as I say, I hope you get onto this thing quick. Because, it could have wear you down to the point where you say you can't bother. But 50,000 US it's not that work where you can't bother with, them here. So get onto it, man. All right?
Yes, man, of course. We're doing that.
Yeah, give thanks. Okay, that was. Michael Duncan, the president of the UNI here, and as you hear me talk about him take things from Jamaica, food crops, carry go to New York, and supply a whole heap of the, I can't vouch for it, a whole heap of the supermarket, because when I did up there, I was going there, not supermarket, restaurant, whole heap of Jamaican restaurant flock to him, forget the thing them straight from Jamaica. Yeah, and Aki is one of them things they were, oh, trust me, man, Jamaican, nah, give up that, don't care with them there. You know, I mean, I tell you, when you're there, New York, not even New York, all of California, them places, if you want to know much, you tin of Aki. So, I tell you, say, the tin of Aki have some liquid in there, you know. When you throw the liquid in there, and you look, you actually weird on the bottom of the tin. You know, me and mom, I eat not Aki out of the tin, I see you know. I eat Aki out of the tin, but Jamaican suck up that. Yes. Aki, what? There's enough money, you know. I'm going to the supermarket in my virgin, and that's $12 for one tin, you know. $12 US for a tin of Aki. I mean, also the tin in there, it don't have a dozen Aki in there. I tell you, it don't have a dozen Aki in there. I know that as a fact. Because I see him throw it out of the tin. I know, say, what come out of that tin there, it's not a dozen Aki. And at $12 I'm pay for it, for the tin. Okay, so you must know where I go on. But Jamaican people no business with that. Jamaican people no business with that. We have $50 them a do here. You understand? So, yeah, man, I just saw it there. We want to stand by, you know, for the lawyer, you know, People's Court. We have to get Sarah Elizabeth Cardinal. We're supposed to have her, so we're going to wait until the 4 o'clock hour and we talk about paternity fraud. Hey, a jacket, they really want to say, you know. A jacket, call it what it is in Jamaica, man. Most of it about jacket, what you can do when you get a jacket. You understand? And if your name not upon the birth certificate and all these things, we're going to tackle that. So, yeah, man. We have the guest here, Sarah Elizabeth Cardinal, partner at Cardinal Law, head of the family and estate department. A whole heap of things she have done, so prior judicial assistant to judges of the Supreme Court of Jamaica and a ward at the University of the West Indies. And currently, student in the University of London, Master of Laws program. She's holder of a postgraduate certificate in international business law and a postgraduate diploma in corporate and commercial law. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes. We want to tackle this thing, and I guess that they inform me what is the topic we want to talk about. Paternity fraud. All right. So we want to give you a little run. What is paternity fraud?
Well, this is a term that is as coined overseas, but it's really not in Jamaica, but it's really where a woman, or it would have to be the woman, falsely has a father on the birth certificate as the father of the child, right? Knowing that, of course, the father is not, in fact, the biological father of the
we
child.
call it jacket. A jacket we call it in Jamaica.
Exactly.
So we're not afraid to say jacket.
Right.
So she put the name of the father upon the birth certificate, and it's not the father.
Mm-hmm.
He's not the father of the child.
Mm-hmm.
So what can, or am I going to find out that? Or am I going to find out him is not the
you
father?
know, remember, Muta, if things have changed in Jamaica too, it's not a case where the mother decides anymore that she's just putting a name. A lot of the time, now from what I understand, it requires some consent or some action of the father. But in any event, if the father is on the certificate as the father, I mean, unfortunately, our laws are not as reformed as we'd hope, but there could be some action. I don't know how far it's going to go, but there could be some action against the mother, especially if it is found that she did it with the intention to gain some benefit from the father. But, well, it really is for the child, but it would be a benefit that would be paid to the mother.
All right. So the scenario is that him find out, say, how am I going to find out say, not him picnic if he's not going to take the blood test on himself?
He should ask the mother for a paternity test. If it is that if he doesn't get through, he can always approach the court, both the parish court and the Supreme Court, asking for the issue of paternity to be settled if he reasonably believes that he is not the father. And of course, the court can order that the paternity test be done. If she refuses, then of course adverse inferences can be made against her. But yeah, man, the best time is to approach the court, because in truth, if he is to be removed, only the court order can assist.
So, all right, she put him on the birth certificate, and him get skeptical about it. So he must say, all right, you know, me not sure if I'm the father this, Me the father, And she go say, where you so where you take me for war or something like that? And she said, she go take no test. You say, no, we have to go take another level now, carry to the next level.
Yes, for sure. For sure. Definitely take it to the court, and the court will order the paternity test to be done. She, in theory, she does have the ability to say no, but again, if she says no, then the court can say, all right, well, that look a little suspicious, But she definitely escalate it to a court, because at the very least, to know whether or not you are the father, that forum would be the where you get that information from. Even if you do the paternity test before, it is best to approach a court first and let them do it, because they're going to have to do it again.
All right, so I'm going to ask her now. Suppose she embarrassed when him say these things, him and the father, she get very embarrassed. And when she go take the test, she find out say he is the father. Can she take action against him now to say,
him embarrass me?
Yeah, him embarrass me and think, now sue him. She can do that?
Same with the father. If he finds out he's not the father and he feel embarrassed, the problem is that emotional distress has to be a certain level of impact on the person, whether it be the mother or the father, feel like they've been embarrassed, because it must be that it affects you to the point where a psychologist or a therapist has to say, okay, him can't sleep, him losing his quality of life, so on and so forth.
No, but we're not talking about the father, We're talking about the mother.
No, but even with the mother. Yeah, man, even with the mother.
So
even
if the
if you
mother
feel like it's style, or it would have to be the point where it actually seriously impacts her, where a psychologist can say, all right, him can confirm to the court, or they can confirm to the court that the mother has seriously been affected.
Yeah, like she
if it's
walk
not
in
to
the
that
community.
level, it's not going any further.
So if she walk in the community and people are say, hey, girl, you get a man jacket, move from here and go and all them something. That could have a psychological problem, don't it?
Right, exactly. But it have to be, it can't be just she saying it. It don't have to be
she
a
have to go to the
professional.
doctor.
Exactly. Exactly.
And that's a weird thing, because
that's a whole thing in of itself, right?
Yeah, keep certain things quiet and then all of a sudden it busts out. Because maybe none of them never wanted knowing, but the two of them, But given the circumstance, it busts out. All right. So carry me through how a person deal with it, like in terms of lawfully. Or tell me how them deal with it now. Carry me through the process.
Sure. Well, as you know, the father has to consent to an extent to be added. But if it is that he becomes suspicious, you should escalate the matter to the court. The court will order the paternity. And if it is found that he's not the father, the court will simply make an order to tell that the registrar down at RGD has to remove his name. Now, the distress and the compensation is another thing. I don't know if we reach there to an argument. But yes, approaching the court to have you removed, or at the very least, it will give you the peace of mind once the paternity is done. If you are the father, it gives you the peace of mind to say, it's my youth for real. You understand?
Yeah.
Right.
All right. Suppose another man jump in at the situation, you know.
Oh, gosh.
Why I say, oh, gosh, man.
Listen.
No, watch out. Jamaica is a very, see when you come out to them, so it's a very complicated thing, you know.
Of course.
Very complicated, yeah. All right. So another man jump in it and say, him are the father, and the man still insists, say, all right, him say him are the father. The first man say him are the father. A second man come in and say, me are the father. The woman now knows that she sleep with the two of them. And there's a possibility that she don't know what the father. Is there a way she can take the paternity test and it come up that them don't know which one of them are the father still?
Yes, of course, because if you do a paternity and they consent to do it, even if it's outside of court and none of them are the father, then you'd have to figure it out. It can be a case because they're clearly is a third person. She's not mentioning at that point. Because if none of them are the father, somebody must be the father. I don't know how many Marys we have, but I only know of one.
I said maybe it's a virgin birth. But,
right?
All right, so the two of them, the two of them is a problem. The two men, them is a problem then.
Yeah. Just hopefully none of them are on the birth certificate, because if none of them are on the birth, if one of them is on the birth certificate, they'd want to make the effort to get themselves removed if none of them are the father.
So if none of them are the father, no. All right, suppose the one who, the second man decides, say, all right, he's going to take the responsibility for the child. And the man say, all right, I forget about it. He's going to take responsibility for the child. Now, how them work that out? That is two of them are going to say, no, they're going to take responsibility for the child, even though it, or that's going to work out at the court.
Well, if he consents to being the father, in the sense of he's the father as the child is a child of the family, it would be similar, liability as a father. But it would be better if possibly he gets some sort of adoption or some sort of order from the court, right? Either try to adopt the child, or at least get an order confirming that the father is also an equal guardian. Something that would confirm that he has the true responsibility. Because he can say today in a muta and tomorrow him change your mind. So if you want to be bound...
No, wait there. I think you missed what I asked.
Come on.
The two man them is not the father. But because them know the woman so long and them they sleep with her and ray.
Oh, so the two man want to take care of the child?
Yeah, the two of them are decide, all right. Them now about shun her, them will take care of the people. All them work that out in our court.
All right, you're asking the court to do more than it's capable of. The judge would say, well, this sounds like you guys have an agreement without me. You don't need me any further, because that can't be done, It wouldn't be able to go that far. Other than possibly legal guardianship, but even then, I know that would be a difficult matter for a judge. So you can have your own informal agreement amongst yourselves, but the judge would say, the door is right there. I think you guys have all finished what you needed from me at that point.
Yeah. All right. The person married. The marriage bring this child out where it's not for the husband child. Is there a difference of how them work at all? If it was a common law versus a married law, is there a difference?
Well, sort of. You see, when you are born of a married union, there's a presumption that the child is in fact, the father's child. In our common law, there's no such presumption. It's not assumed. So when you are married, it's automatically assumed that the child is of the marriage, that both persons in the marriage are the biological parents. But when it comes to common law, you don't have that sort of presumption. There's no assume position.
Yeah, but the reality in Jamaica is that people married
Mm-hmm.
and it's not for them youth, the woman.
And still put on jacket.
Yeah, she still put on a jacket on him.
Mm-hmm.
Even though she
And
had
that's
a marriage.
why, if you are a husband that you are concerned, then you make the approach to your wife, and if not, you escalate it to the relevant court. But there is a presumption that the child is in fact yours until otherwise stated. And that is from the Status of Children Act. Yeah, there's a presumption.
What the Children Act say? That there's a presumption
the Status
that
of
is your
Children
child.
Act, it says that, yes, once you're a child of a married union, you are presumed to be the biological child of the father. Yeah. Until stated otherwise.
Even though the mouth don't look like female.
Right, that's true. But the father should have asked the questions.
What is the question?
Well, you should ask the wife, well, he doesn't have my features. Are you certain? Are you sure? You know, while there is a burden, a lot of the time we're saying that the women are deceitful, and I don't contest that. But sometimes the men should be asking the questions. Make the effort to contest things if you're not certain, because sometimes Muta, the women themselves, they're not sure, and they're trying to go on the calendar and count, and they're just guessing. So if you're not sure, ask the questions.
Yeah. And then they linger, and she did a go on like.
Exactly.
So really and truly, you can't tell me like in a Jamaica, what is the percentage of this thing come up in a court, like per year, with a jacket? What the percentage?
Gosh.
Because they say,
that
a whole heap of
percentage,
the man them get jacket.
Boy, let me tell you, I wouldn't know if they have that statistic, but what I can say is I'm a regular at the family court, and I can say I see a lot of them. I see a lot of those type of applications being made, because a lot of the times women will ask for maintenance, and always remember men too. At the point of a woman asking for maintenance, you can always contest paternity. You can say, Judge, I'm not sure if it's my youth. I don't want to pay money and it's not mine. And the judge will deal with it at that point. But it's a lot of it. I can tell you, I wouldn't know a percentage per se, but it's a lot. It's unfortunate, but I can sure it's at least probably 40 to 50 or more in terms of guesstimation.
I am told that there's a large amount of that jacket business going on in Jamaica. A whole heap of man walk around the place and I wear a jacket. As a matter of fact, I wear the whole suit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so anyway, we're going to take a break and come forward. We're going to take a break.
Of course.
I want to bring a scenario to you, right? Hello?
Hi, I'm here.
Yeah, I want to bring something to you. All right. A man and a woman married with a youth, right? And the man accept the youth as part of the marriage, so the two of them, a female youth and a woman. And one, like, let me tell you, 12, maybe 15 years, I take care of the youth in the marriage. And one day a man turn up from foreign and say, oh, my child, oh, my youth, they must be big now. And he might talk about the youth of the man I take care of for 15 years. And him say a female youth, the man will just confirm say a female youth. How long before you can come and say a female youth and get the youth back?
I don't think there is a timeline, to be honest, because in all honesty, as I mentioned to you, it really would be something that you'd be escalating to a court. So I don't recall there ever being any statute of limitation when it comes to something like this. So if you want to advance it as long as the person is, well, even then, even after the child turns 18, you can still bring it. It's just that you would bring it against the child rather than the mother. But there, I don't believe there is any
bring what against the child? Wait, hold on. Bring what against the child? The court
case. So as I said, you escalate it to the court. So you'd basically be saying to the child, even if after 18, you'd be saying to the child, I believe myself to be a father. But there's no limitation. There's no limitation.
But you know, so them saying they can cause machete for draw and gun for draw and all that.
Of course.
I tell you.
Muta, you said can as if it hasn't happened already.
A whole heap of that, you say a whole heap of that happen?
I'm sure. I don't doubt it. If I've seen it in my, 6 years of practice, I'm sure it has happened many times. If I've seen it, I believe. Yeah.
It kind of funny if a man come from foreign and realize him youth, a female youth, and he might have to go through all certain things, and him go down and get the youth. And
family matters generally. The people find that they're more emotional than a regular suing someone for some money that they owe you. It's a lot more emotional. I know. Yeah. Especially distressing at the very least. So, yes.
All right. So, we could go over where we're talking about now. We'll go over paternity fraud. And you said paternity fraud is?
Essentially, intentionally having a man registered as the father, the biological father of a child, knowing with certainty that the child does not belong to that particular person. It's not the biological product of that person.
And they would know that is what? The man have to go do what?
Exactly. That is the question. How are you going to know that is always going to be the issue when it comes to paternity fraud, because you would have to know with certainty that she knew. And if she keeps saying she don't know how far you're going to get with it, you know? If she says she genuinely didn't know.
A test, she cannot be forced?
No.
Oh, no?
No, as I said, the court can look at it suspiciously, but it can't be forced.
But the man can't take a test, though?
Sorry?
The man can't take the test?
Yeah, he can.
And then
but it usually requires some consent of the mother.
What I think that...
But in a case, for instance, if the mother has brought the father to court for maintenance of the child, and the father questions paternity, and the mother is refusing to do the paternity test, I don't know how far her maintenance application is going to go. Exactly. Right.
After you get big now.
Right.
Well, we'll leave it at that. The jacket thing is a terrible thing in Jamaica, I believe you.
Terrible.
Yeah. But give thanks, give thanks for your enlightenment, Really appreciate it. And all the people are listening out there, and they must say they're in the same position we are talking about on the radio now. So we're going to get some help from the law. And they'll take it into them hand.
Indeed.
Choke nobody with
because without the law, you still wouldn't get the remedy you want. Or you find yourself behind bars, eh?
Yeah, definitely. All right, give thanks. It's Cardinal, give thanks. I appreciate it.
Of course, thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, man.
Take care.
Right. Yeah. That was Sarah Elizabeth Cardinal, and she's partner at Cardinal Law, head of the Family and Estate Department. And she have a Willie Parker lays behind her name. And so we're just talking about jacket. Basically, that's what we're talking about, jacket. Enough men have jacket around the place. And some of them all wear the suit with tie and coat and hat and all them something there. Okay, so, yeah, and that's over there. Make we play this.
Stage at the University of the West Indies, UAE, this graduation season, as the institution prepares to honor the legendary Marcia Griffiths with the honorary Doctor of Letters. While they're celebrating as the Queen of Reggae, Griffiths will receive the accolade at the Mona campus. That's the Mona campus between October 30 and November 1, marking yet another milestone in a career that has spanned 6 decades. Griffiths' impact on Jamaican culture and global music is nothing short of extraordinary, with the 19 solo albums and, of course, 5 duet projects alongside Bob Andy and countless collaborations, including timeless hits like I Shall Sing, Fire Burning. She has demonstrated remarkable versatility According to Yui, her ability to adapt to changing times has secured her longevity in a competitive industry beyond her artistry. Griffith's recognition as a pioneering woman in reggae has helped shape the narrative of female empowerment in a space once dominated by men. Her national honor speaks volumes about her contribution. The Order of Distinction OD in 1994, promotion to Commander Class in 2014, and most recently the Order of Jamaica OJ in 2023. Now Yui's Doctor of Letters cements her legacy not only as a performer but also as a cultural ambassador whose influence extends well beyond the stage. In announcing the honorary graduates, Yui emphasized on the contributions being celebrated this year, spanning music, agriculture, religion, science, research, and aviation. In all the news, the documentary Bam Bam Sister Nancy's Story has been selected for the gala screening at the upcoming Trinidad and Tobago Film Festival in September 25. The film celebrates the life and legacy of Jamaican dancehall pioneer Sister Nancy, whose 1982 hit Bam Bam has become one of the most sampled reggae tracks of all time. Directed by award-winning filmmaker Alison Duke, Bam Bam the Sister Nancy's Story combines electrifying live performances with candid interviews featuring cultural icons such as Janelle Monáe, Young Guru, and Pete Rock. The documentary also delves into rare archival footage of the early dancehall era, providing a powerful and comprehensive portrait of Sister Nancy's influence in both reggae and hip-hop. Produced under the OYA Media Group banner, the documentary has already made waves internationally, premiering at the Tribeca Film Festival. It continues to resonate with a diverse audience from reggae and hip-hop fans to gamers and music lovers worldwide, underscoring the timeless appeal of Sister Nancy's artistry. The gala screening and after party will take place on Thursday, September 25 in Port of Spain, Trinidad. The fireman Capitan is showing no signs of slowing down. The artist, of course, affectionately known as King Shango, is preparing to release his highly anticipated album Heights of Fire, a project he says embodies his relentless and fiery spirit while delivering a message of inspiration and hope. Capitan, who has long balanced his fiery stage presence with messages of upliftment, collaborates with reggae royalty including Stephen Marley, Damien Junior Gang Marley, blending his signature energy with timeless artistry. Among the standout tracks are Behave Yourself and Red Again, songs that stay true to Capitan's tradition and, of course, social conscious themes. The release marks another milestone in a career spanning more than 3 decades with over 15 studio albums to his name. Capitan has consistently proven himself as one of reggae's most steadfast voices. Songs like Jaja City, Who Dem, and Kuya Kuya establish his place as both a hitmaker and a messenger with a reputation that the project of Higher or Heights of Fire looks set to reinforce. So we're looking forward for that project from Capleton. Hey, party fans, draw close. Their training rate is up for the 411 and what's popping for this weekend. Sea Park Sports Bar presents Epic Saturday, September 13 at Sea Park Sports Bar, Lawn Clarendon Park in Clarendon. Music by Base Odyssey, Star Level Team, Stone Love. Hosted by Saw Boss. Admission pre-sold $1,500. At the gate is going to be $2,000. Gate price a 50-inch Samsung TV as well as $50,000 in cash. Get a bottle of Trunk Back on entry. Also happening, IRFM's 35th anniversary celebration. IRI 35 Liquor Ochi Seafood Restaurant will take center stage on Sunday, September 14 as the South Coast version of IRI 35 celebrations roll into Alligator Pond. Event begins at 10 a.m. and showtime starts at 3 p.m. Celebrations will feature DJ Deacon Collision, DJ Kaz, DJ Sunshine, the legendary Gary G spinning vinyl, DJ Amber, Daddy Vibes, Lady Timry, live performances from Cargo, Luton Fire, Loyal Flame, Singer J, The Angel, Sativa the Black One, Guinea Pepper, Assure, Sequence, and Nesbet. Make it a date and don't be late, of course, this Sunday, September 14. On the international scene, Brooke Hogan is standing by her decision to be removed from Hulk Hogan's will. Even though it means she won't get any of her late father's nearly $5 million in assets. Hulk's daughter says she's supported herself through her own hard work, been through tough financial situations in the past, and experienced firsthand that money does not buy happiness. Brooke says money never mattered to her in her relationship with her father. She told TMZ that all she ever wanted was the best for Hulk. She says she didn't want money in return. She wanted his time, honesty, and love. As was reported, Hulk's son Nick filed legal documents on Tuesday, which says Hulk left behind nearly $5 million in assets that will be left to his beneficiaries. It's unclear who those beneficiaries are, but Brooke is not among them. Brooke says her only concern with the will is that Hulk's estate and electoral property and trademark are being handled with the utmost care and responsibility. Celebs celebrating their birthdays today. Recording artist Terry Ganzi, rapper Ludacris, movie actress Taraji P. Henson. And if you're celebrating your day, we say happy birthday to you, okay? On this day in music, the year was 1987. Winston Hubert McIntosh, a.k.a. Peter Tosh, and two others are shot and killed in Peter's home in Kingston. This day, of course, the year was 1987. Also, this day in music, the year was 1993. Mariah Carey started an 8-week run. That's an 8-week run at number 1 on the U.S. Singles Chart with Dream Lover. And this day in music, the year was 2020. Frederick Toots Hibbert passed away at the University Hospital of the West Indies in St. Andrew. He was 77. That's the full 100 in music news for today, Thursday, September 11, 2025. Remember to check out irfm.net/ebuzz for more music news details. You can also check out Live at 5:45 for Entertainment Spotlight. Music news is brought to you all courtesy of Pizza Hut Jerk Pizza. Taste the spice in every slice. Gotta big up the peeps over there at IRFM TikTok Live, DJ Collision on social media. I'm Courtney Mack. Mutabaruka continues with a Steppin Razor. Have a great afternoon.
I like new music, news talk, updates with artist drops, listener drops, and movie drops.
Hey, what's that?
Music news.
Local.
Music news.
Let's start with the female. Tima. Thema, Tima. Tima means queen. Turkia. Turkia, Turkia. Turkia means beautiful. Odile. Odile, Odile. Odile means patience. Olafunke. Olafunke, Olufunke. Olafunke. Olafunke means gift from God. Gift from God. So that's Tima, Thema. Tima means queen. Turkia, Turkia. Turkia means beautiful. Odile, Odele. Odile means patience. And Olufunke, Olufunke means gift from God. Male names. Ola, Ola means wealth or riches. Nkosi, Nkosi, Nkosi. Nkosi means ruler. Mongo, Mongo, Mongo means famous. And Mudada, Mudada, Mudada means the provider. So that's Ola, Ola means wealth or riches. And Nkosi, Nkosi, Nkosi means ruler. Mongo, Mongo, Mongo means famous. And Mudada, Mudada, Mudada means provider. African names. That's like to say, Alan Skill Cole, pass away. Alan Skill Cole, pass away. The greatest footballer come out of the Caribbean. Me I say that non-apologetically. The greatest footballer come from out of the Caribbean, Alan Skill Cole. 74-year-old. I'm gone. People say he was Bob Marley's best friend. He was always around Bob Marley. And he was always playing football. So that is one of our great ones them who gonna live forever. Alan Skill Cole. Okay, here we go.